can't believe we're doing this.
It's not my fault. All right, guys, where is she?
Arlo.
Just a second, Mom.
Arlo? Oh, Jim, we haven't seen you in months. Why don't you stay for dinner?
Well, I'd love to, Mrs. Anderson, but
He has a date.
A date? Jim, that's wonderful. You boys are getting to be that age.
Mom, matchsticks won't stop you from crying. It has no basis in science.
Well, it works for me. I read it in the book. What are you doing?
We'll set the table, Mom.
Nonsense. Gertrude, come out of there. Oh, poor thing. Arlo, I believe I'm a fairly tolerant human being. We all have our own special place in this world. But I do not allow iguanas in my kitchen. Even Gertrude. Here you go.
Yes, Mom. Gertrude, you've got to restrain yourself. Do we understand each other? Hey, Treacle, slow down.
for the last time, Arlo, if I knew we were gonna be messing with your reptiles again, snakes, lizards, frogs, it isn't the same anymore, Arlo.
Remember when we had 20 guys down here? They couldn't believe all our snakes.
We were in the 4th grade, Arlo.
So? Kids still think it's cool.
Well, maybe the chess club does, but the rest of the school thinks you're a rubus.
Well, these guys still like me. We have a lot in common, don't we, Henry?
Look, Arlo, I'll put it to you straight. You gotta stop talking to snakes and start talking to girls.
Well, I can talk to both, can I?
Arlo, any girl who talks to a guy who talks to snakes ain't worth talking to. You never even kissed a girl.
I have two.
Name one.
Arlene.
Your sister?
It was her wedding.
Everybody in their cages?
Coast is clear, Dad.
Hey, Jimbo. Long time no see, buddy. You and Arlo get into a fight or something?
No, busy. How'd the game go, Mr. Anderson?
Let's just say that we're not as young as we used to be. But I read about your big win over there at Cleveland Junior High. Newspaper said you just flew over those hurdles.
Well, yeah, except the last one.
Yeah, well, you stick with your athletics, Jimbo. When I was your age, you know what they used to call me?
What?
Lightning Legs Anderson. Yeah, you play football, don't you, Jimbo? Well, when I was a first-string running back, we didn't wear no pads then either, you understand? It was man against man, okay? And when you got hit, whoa.
You want to come over Saturday?
I think I got something planned.
Oh, sure.
Well, I'll be seeing you, Arlo.
See ya. Hey, wait. Do you think maybe you could get me a date?
Well, let me see what I can do, Snake Eyes. But you gotta promise me one thing.
You name it.
You won't act like a nerd. Later, Gator.
In a while, Crocodile. How do I look, guys? Too much or not enough?
Stir like a room.
Dad,
Yeah?
could I get an advance for my allowance?
Oh, they having the science fair already, huh?
No, it's not for another 2 weeks.
Oh, what is it this time? Mealworms for a gecko or frozen rat?
It's for a date.
Arlo, really? A date?
I'm meeting them in front of the theater.
Hey, wait. Here's a 20. It's enough for a movie and a couple of malts later.
Whoa, thanks, Dad. Wow, a 2-for-1 lizard sale. Who's that? Arlo, you don't need a frog, got a date.
Well, I thought the science fair wasn't for another 2 weeks yet.
What kind of frog are you?
Just came in. Box says it's from Italy.
How much?
Well, for my preferred customers, $20.
I'll pay you back tomorrow.
Now remember,
I know.
Arlo, Susie, Arlo.
Susie, did you know some frogs use their eyes to push down their food?
No, I didn't.
You didn't tell me you were setting up my best friend with Arlo Anderson.
I thought I did.
Well, I only mention that because we're both in Mr. Freed's science class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Arlo's the one who brought in the foot-long worms.
Oh, yeah.
Arlo always gets A's. You should see his science projects.
Oh, I can't stand science. But your talk really taught me some things I never knew about worms.
Well, actually, I'd like to become a herpetologist.
Yuck!
That's a doctor, right, Arlo?
Well, yeah, it's like a doctor of reptiles and amphibians. They're extremely interesting creatures. I mean, did you know that some frogs raise tadpoles in their mouths?
Yuck!
The onions. Don't you think we should be getting back to the lab?
People doing fine without us. Besides, so much cheaper anyway.
Sure.
Gas.
Sure, pull the other one, Bob. Arlo. Sorry. My shoe.
Arlo, would you quit moving around?
Sorry. I don't see anything. Quit trying to...
You okay?
Never felt better.
You know, Mama's right. You are a dweeb. Goodbye. Forever.
Kathy!
Sorry, Jim. Sorry.
Don't. I've never heard anyone apologize so much in one night.
Sorry.
Look, Arlo, I gave you a chance. You have this weird attraction to reptiles. You couldn't control yourself, and you had to bring a frog on your first date. I'm not mad. We just don't have anything in common anymore.
Hey, it's 9:15. Is that the best you could do? Well, I didn't mean anything by it.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing a Vita Bella.
Hey, you've come back.
Hey, this has been a summer night, no? Arlo?
Arlo? Are you okay?
Sure, Mom.
I was just reading.
Oh.
Timber rattlesnakes are live bears, giving birth in early fall to a litter of 9 youngsters.
You look a little pale. You want me to make you some nanny tea?
No, just tired, I hope.
Well, don't worry, sweetie. Not every date turns out the way you planned. When I think of some of my dates with your father... Oh, well, you're tired. But I just want you to know, Arlo, you're a very special person.
Thanks, Mom.
We're all special people. Each one of us unique, with our very own personality. A little spark, you see, that burns only in you. And that's something we must treasure each and every day.
What a day, I'm bushed.
You know, Henry David said it best, I think. If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to that music which he hears, however measured or far, far away. Oh, well. You better get some sleep. Sweet dreams, honey. Oh, and put that frog in the garage before your father sees it.
Hey, Arlo, you look confused.
Are you a dream?
A dream? You know, see, I'm a frog.
Frog.
Well, not really a frog.
You're not really a frog.
Yeah, of course not.
Of course not.
I'm a Prince Giuseppe Bonadonna.
Giuseppe what?
Better you call me Gus. I'm a frog, 600 years.
I thought the teen years were rough.
But someday you grow up. I stay frog another 600 years, unless...
Unless what?
Unless I get a kiss.
You mean...
One kiss from beautiful woman, turning me back into prince.
He's reading. Out loud.
It was the dinosaurs.
What dinosaurs?
The plastic ones. I got it when he was a kid. He started reading books on dinosaurs. Then he started reading books on snakes. Then he bought some snakes. Then the snakes took over the garage. They took over his room. Now they've taken over our lives.
Bill, we have to remember we have a son who gets straight A's, whose teachers all like him, and who comes home right after school.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Well, we should thank our lucky stars that dinosaurs are extinct.
Are you sure?
Why me?
What?
Why did you choose me?
Hey, Arlo, how many people take a frog on their first date? So, this is your school, no? I see that style coming back.
Coming back?
Sure you'll be all right?
Yes, sir. I just need a little fresh air. How was I to know we were dissecting frogs today? Are you okay?
The young lady from the theater, no?
You should know. You sat on her lap. How's it going?
You sure have a lot of friends. If you don't mind, I stay over here. Snakes make me uncomfortable.
People make me uncomfortable. There. Just wait until those science fair judges see this.
They want you hurry with crickets. They're hungry.
I'm hurrying. Peter, Mary, now don't gulp down your food. Kenneth, I got your favorite grub. You know, Gus, we got a chance to make a great contribution to science.
I just want a kiss.
Gus, I'd like to help you, but let's face it. How can I get you kissed when I can't get kissed?
I thought you liked Susie.
Well, it's not a question if I like her. It's how much she hates me.
She very impressed by those worms.
Yeah, she did like my talk, didn't she? Worms. Do they know their left hand from their right?
You go on date, no?
A date? Why would a wonderful, beautiful girl like Susie want to go out with me?
Why not?
Let me see. Because I'm skinny, homely, nerdy, clumsy, and in short, a real rubus.
Yeah, those are good reasons. But what about you being a good scientist?
Who cares?
I met Einstein once. All the girls like to kiss Einstein.
I never heard that.
Hey, Arlo, all you need is a confidence.
Well, I'm pretty confident they'll think I'm a nerd.
Leave it to me. I get a you date, you get a me kiss. Go ahead.
Maybe we should do this later, Gus. My chemistry class starts in a...
What do you lose? Already she think you are Aruba.
That's rubus.
Remember, a confidence.
Susie? Would you? Well, I mean, could I ask?
Spit it out, Arlo.
A confidence.
Would you like to be my science fair? I mean, my science fair partner.
Oh. Sure, Arlo.
Oh, well, that's okay. I mean, I didn't think, well, you know, it was just an idea, and well, did you say?
Yeah, sure, I'll be your science fair partner.
What I tell you, a confidence.
I do not believe it. Well, I need the grade. Otherwise, I can't become a cheerleader. And you heard Jim. Arlo always gets A's. I know, but you'll have to be with him sometimes. Well, if I can become a cheerleader, it'll be worth it. I think.
Is it me, or has Arlo been acting strangely?
It's just another metamorphic stage of the growth experience, honey.
See what I mean? It's strange.
This is Susie, my science fair partner.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, Wayne only eats chickens.
Are these all yours?
They sure are. Starting from the right, that's Henry, a green tree python. That's Terry, a king snake. Bridget, a corn snake. There's Jonathan, the monitor. Gertrude, my iguana. Oh, I guess you'd like to see our science fair project.
Can I just see from here?
It used to be blind reptiles, but I changed it.
I'm glad to hear that.
Now it's how frogs communicate. And here's a star of our exhibit, Gus.
Harlow, so what if frogs communicate?
Well, the ramifications could apply to a variety of species. The brains of frogs are primitive. Well, the brains of most frogs. People always underestimate things they don't understand. All creatures have feelings. And maybe our science experiment will help them take another look. Well, they're not really that slimy.
Everybody in their cages?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, I just brought you guys some salty sailor pretzels. I know how hard you have to work with these toads, but you still have to eat, right?
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, Susie, I think it's great that girls like you love reptiles like my son does.
Oh, well,
I mean, I love them too. I wouldn't know what to do without them. They're very interesting, and I think. Oh, those turtles! They just sort of sneak up on you like that, and well, I guess I'll leave you two alone now. I know you have a lot of work to do on your science project.
Wait, germ cobbler, anyone?
How do you stand it? You and him alone with all those things?
Well, at least it'll be over soon. Arlo will have the whole thing done in another week.
I gotta hand it to you. I mean, I would not have been able to use Arlo like that and still look him in the eye.
Yeah. Gotta hand it to me.
What'd he say?
That's easy. A mating call.
Close. That a dinner call.
2 long croaks, 1 short. You know something, Gus? We're on the trail of a major scientific breakthrough. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be doing blind reptiles. Alone.
Oh, this is your idea. You're the scientist.
Just think what Einstein could have done with this. But we still got a lot of work ahead.
You work. I see.
You know something? I think Susie really likes me. Maybe she'd like to go to Whittlestone's pet shop with me.
Pet shop? Arlo, what about a nice Italian restaurant? A little music, a little pasta? By the way, when I get kissed...
Hey, I'm working on it. A promise is a promise, and I promise I'll get you kissed.
Thanks, honey. Next.
Would it be any extra if you kissed me with your eyes closed?
Oh, for you, handsome, no extra charge. All right, batter up.
Guess I come on too strong.
Remember when you used to kiss me goodnight and make me feel better?
Oh, Arlo, you want a goodnight kiss?
Not me, Mom. My frog.
What about Susie?
Absolutely not.
Hey, Arlo, it was just an idea.
Gus? Who's Gus?
His frog.
He wanted you to kiss a frog?
I bet you did things like that when you were his age.
I didn't know what a frog was until Arlo came along. I mean, Susie looks like a nice girl, even if she does like snakes. Here I thought Arlo was finally joining the major leagues. There's some disease, you know, that makes people like toads more than people.
Maybe we should have a talk with him.
Yeah, well, if we talk, it's going to be in my ballpark, not with those snakes.
For the onions.
Looks scientific. Arlo, your father and I would like to have a talk with you.
Gertrude didn't get out again.
No?
You see...
Go ahead. There's no snakes here.
Yeah. Well, you see, son, when I was your age, I did things that all the other guys did.
I don't think I'm old enough, Dad.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean that, well, maybe we swallowed a few dozen goldfish.
Really? I wish my garter snake ate like that.
Arlo, what he's trying to say is, well, we went to parties, to football games, to civil rights demonstrations. Well, I went to civil rights demonstrations.
Yeah, that's right, with people. Arlo, you see, people are warm-blooded creatures, okay? And toads are cold-blooded. And when you mix warm and cold, you get lukewarm-blooded.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, you can't argue with that, can you?
Gertrude, move. You're in the way. Come on, go. Go.
You know, she likes her belly rubbed. Okay. I think we're ready to test now.
Boy, Arlo, you really did a lot of work.
We did a lot of work.
Yeah, you gotta hand it to us.
Yeah. Notice the subject bee frogs in the soundproof vessel. Their only auditory input comes from this speaker, which is connected to this microphone in front of subject A frog. Gus. Now watch this. Prompted by the auditory and visual stimulation of the crickets, Gus, subject A frog, should begin to croak, "Food is here." Upon hearing the food call, the subject B frog should hop towards the speaker inside the soundproof vessel.
They did it.
Now watch this. Snakes are the natural enemies of frogs. Gus will croak, "Get the heck out of here, danger." Gus will croak, "Get the heck out of here, danger." And the subject bee frogs beat a hasty retreat.
Wow. It works. I mean, Arlo, it really works.
Of course it works.
You know, before I started working with you, I never given much thought to frogs.
Yeah. You didn't even know I was in your science class.
You see, this is a volcano, and this is how they smoke.
You did a nice job with the lava.
Don't you just love lava? Looking good, Gus.
Grazie.
You know,
This is Arlo Anderson, one of our best science students.
And this is Susie Bennett, my partner.
Susie, I would never have thought that you took such an interest in science. Very smart pairing up with Arlo Anderson. Well, Arlo, let's see how this works.
As our project will demonstrate, frogs have an extremely complex system of communication. When the bull, or dominant amphibian, subject A here, lets out a middle vibrato capabilities inherent in Rana caraspiana, or the common bullfrog.
It's not bad.
How frogs communicate? Yuck. Only a real Poindexter could think of something like that.
Arlo thinks that understanding frogs will help us understand ourselves.
You're kidding. Gosh, she had a rougher time than I thought.
Well, Arlo, what happened to the blind reptiles?
Well, amphibian communication has sort of captured my attention in the past few weeks.
You aren't serious about this, are you, young man?
Well, yes, sir.
Why, this is nothing more than a trained animal act. How'd you do it? Electric shocks?
Electric shocks?
Arlo, do you realize you're speaking of a type of communication associated with higher life forms?
Well, that's exactly the question I'm asking. What do we mean by higher life forms?
You expect us to believe this?
This toad has a brain the size of this pencil point.
But this isn't a toad. No, don't!
You certainly chose an ugly representative of the species.
Could I please have subject A back, please?
What's this? A scar from an electrode?
Get you peasants' claws off of me.
What did you say?
Achoo! I'm allergic to frogs.
What are you so nervous about,
My theory of amphibian communication is based on a solid foundation of several tests. Frogs use the vocal auditory channel for the communicative act. They broadcast a transmission and have directional reception.
Mr. Anderson, where is your verification?
Well, I believe this project presents plenty of verification.
They want a verification, I give them verification.
We're not here to play games. The integrity of this experiment has been severely compromised.
Frogs have a syntax. True, it has not been proven that the communicative act is for communication alone.
Mr. Anderson, in all my years of judging science fairs, I have never seen anyone falsify their data.
Can you believe this? The only reason you worked with that nerd was to pass science. Now he's ruining the whole thing because of some stupid frog.
Certainly the data here proves beyond reasonable doubt that amphibians communicate. Sometimes better than people.
Those stinking mud-eating serfs.
Dr. Harding, I must say I find the boy's hypothesis outlandish, but also intriguing. From the results of the field tests, can we review your linear verification?
Gentlemen, why don't we move on to the next exhibit? Arlo, why didn't you stick with the blind reptiles? the heck?
Much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. Lucky fella. When the stars make you drool just like pasta.
Oh, no.
When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, when you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. And you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. Lucky fella. When the just like my Papa do, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. Excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's...
I should have known about Susie. It was too good to be true for a rubus like me.
I'm not been much help, no?
Well, I haven't much help getting you kissed either. You did prove my hypothesis. I don't care what those scientists say.
You're right. What do they know? I met Galileo once. No one believed him, world of flat.
Gus, the world's round.
What? I no believe it.
Maybe they'll let me back in school. When I get out of jail. With time off for good behavior.
Hey, confidence.
Face it, Gus. It's not working out. We keep getting in each other's way.
Maybe you're right.
What will you do now?
Oh, no worry about me. Just got to stay away from science fairs.
Next time you need a friend to help you join the human race, pick someone who really belongs. Well, so long, Gus.
Arlo? Someday people realize truth about you. You're a real prince.
You could have told me you were using me. I still would have helped you pass science.
I never really wanted to be a cheerleader anyway. You know, the judges were wrong about your science exhibit.
Yeah. Gus proved that.
What do you mean, Gus?
Well, it was... You see, Gus is no ordinary frog. Gus was sticking up for me. That's why he started to sing That's Amore. You see, it's like a call for a frog's dinner. Or is it a mating call? Anyway, frogs love that song.
Well, let's get this straight. Now, I know the science fair judges couldn't understand frog communication, but what are you saying?
Remember the theater? You thought the croaks were coming from the screen?
I certainly remember that.
But at that time, I didn't know Gus was Gus until I went home, and there he was.
Now, go slow. This is the part I don't get.
That's when he started talking to me.
Okay. Okay, I understand. Like frog talk, right?
Well, no. Like people talk.
People talk? Like English?
Well, Italian. But his English wasn't bad. You see, Gus is very well cultured. He's been around. Heck, he knew Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh.
You know that underwater diving suit Leonardo invented? That was Gus's idea. Well, Leonardo drew the design, of course. And you know the helicopter he was supposed to think up?
Arlo.
600 years ago, there was a prince. Prince Giuseppe Bueno Dono Tarantini.
Giuseppe Bueno.
You know, Gus. He's a frog 600 years. And he'll stay that way forever. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless he gets a kiss.
You mean...
One kiss will change him back into a prince.
You really think this frog is a prince?
Well, if he's not a prince, at least he's a pretty good guy.
Where is Gus?
Well, we sort of agreed to go our separate ways. Last I saw him, he was down by Grossman's Pond.
I'll do it.
Do what?
I'll kiss the Gus.
Can I help you?
You know, I always thought kids were going to the dogs.
Yeah, maybe we should leave a few frogs back at the school. I bet some of them would graduate.
Yeah, with honors.
I didn't think they'd call the police.
Who do you call when frogs attack a high school?
That's gotta be the last load. Come on. Gus! Gus! Hey, Gus!
No!
Hey, Gus! Gus!
Well, how do you know which one is Gus?
Well, he has sort of a smiley mouth.
A smiley mouth?
Gus!
Gus! Gus! Are you smiling or frowning?
Gus! Gus! Hey, Gus! Gus!
Hey, Gus! Gus! Gus!
Yeah, get him in there.
Yeah,
Gus!
Gus! Gus!
Gus!
Arlo, Susie, please make way. Thank you very much. Arlo, I beg your pardon.
Think they're crazy?
Nowadays, you never can tell with kids. Let's take them in.
Susie, save your kisses for me. I'm the only real prince in a pond.
All right, the gig's up.
Thanks.
But nothing happened. I'm not a very good kisser, I guess.
Well, Gus probably wasn't there. I'm sure you kissed great.
You think so?
Couldn't you have just taken us to jail?
You'll never believe what these two delinquents have been up to tonight.
These are no delinquents. This is my son, a scientist.
Arlo, Susie, we owe you a big apology. Dr. Fritsky rechecked your data. You've made a great discovery.
Oh, wunderbar. Wunderbar.
We were skeptical that kids your age could have such insights, but when we saw all those frogs, that was all the verification we needed.
Well,
I suspected the hypothesis might be correct, but such a demonstration convinced us.
Why didn't you tell us the frogs were coming?
Of course, both of you win the science scholarship.
Science scholarship?
And the results of your exhibit will be published in Amphibian Today magazine.
Ooh, I knew all those seaweed casseroles would pay off someday.
The first college graduate in the family. Chip off the old block.
See, I told you to hang on to those frogs.
I still think Arlo's a dweeb, but at least you're okay.
Kathy, calm down. You're upsetting Gertrude.
Here's to the next Einsteins, Susie and Arlo.
He's probably in a Louisiana swamp by now.
Don't worry. We'll find him someday.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm going to sing for you tonight a love song. A love, she's a special language, understood by everybody and everything. This is a very special song for two very special people. In Napoli, where love, she's a king. When boy meets girl, here's what they say. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a guitarantella. Lucky fella, when the stars make you drool, just like pasta fazool, that's amore. When you walk down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, Signore. excuse me, but you see, back in old Napoli, there's some